Hey everyone, it's Josh. I'm down here at Kenworth at Canton today, dodging raindrops. So I'm going to talk a little bit fast, and I'm only going to give you guys 4 more seconds to figure out what's different between these two trucks. 3, 2, 1, roll the intro. I made the shot a little bit tighter so you can't see as much of the trucks, because I don't want you guys cheating. I'll give you the answer, just give me a few minutes here. So, once again, I want to thank you guys for tuning back in. If this is your first time here, thanks. Make sure you hit the subscribe button at the end. Give me the thumbs up, the whole 9 yards with that. So, these two trucks are tremendously different and yet very much the same. Now, I know you guys have accused me of rambling on before, so let's go to a wider shot and let's talk about a few of the things that are different between these two trucks and why we're going to focus on one of them today. So if you follow Kenworth of Richfield on Instagram, which I suggest you do, you may have seen a story that I did earlier in the week talking about how I was going to film these. Now, if you follow the channel for a while, you know I like parking close sometimes, and considering the mirrors are actually only about that far away from touching, I think I did okay this time. But what are the differences with these two trucks? Well, let's talk about a few of the basics. First off, this one, smaller exhaust. Pretty obvious, right? No heat shields, right? Flat top, aero cab. We've got the basics, right? You know what the biggest difference between these two trucks is? 20 years. Yeah. 2021, 2001. Today, we're going to focus on this one. I'm going to talk about that one here in a minute, but we're going to focus on this one. When I took over the marketing manager position, my used truck manager down here in Canton was like, hey, I got a great one you got to get on film. So let's dive into it. Now that we've got its younger, its brother, sister, when it's 20 years difference, we're not even going to talk about that. Nonetheless, up front here, it's the same as every other W900 that I've talked about. We've got the extra bars here because, like we've said, they look good. Add some stability here. We've got the wire mesh. We've got the grating in behind it. 20 years ago, this was used. Now it's being used. It's good stuff. Can't get around that. So this truck has 914,000 miles on it from what I was told, which to me is always just amazing that something can take that much punishment and abuse, still look this good. Not only on top of that, still goes down the road great. What else can you ask for? So with this truck being a 2001, there might be a little pitting there, but it's still beautiful. My word. So I bet you guys are curious as to what's under the hood. Or should I skip it? Yeah, okay. So I'm going to go ahead and assume that the 550 horsepower giant hunk of yellow cast iron is going to make a fair number of you guys happy. Now, one of the reasons why I was just so excited to take on this truck and talk about this truck is I hear so many used truck horror stories of someone bought a truck, they take it, they heard fresh rebuild, they take it down the road, the next shop says there is no way this thing is rebuilt. We built this one. Here's some pictures to show you that we rebuilt this. The technicians that did this are the ones too that you want building an engine like this. You know they're going to get it right. When I started it up and drove it over here, it definitely sounded like they got it right. Something else with this, guys, is it's not just, I mean, obviously there's the engine internals, but it's not just the internals, and it's not just fresh paint. There's even little stuff. It needed a clamp. Clamp got replaced rather than trying to make do with what's there and not do it right. New alternator, it's got one. Something that may seem small in a way, but is actually huge. It says something about the truck, and it says something about the build quality of the truck. A little over 900,000 miles. And the hood closes right like that. Even lines up. That is a statement. What's funny is as I go down the side of this truck, it's gonna feel no different than going down the side of the 2021. Giant air cleaners. Once again, you guys have heard me talk about when you sit there in the cab, slam on the throttle, and you hear the turbos, whatever engine it has, suck in every ounce of air within like a tri-county area. It's just cool. It's just fun. Those air cleaners just, I get why people love them. This does have the power and heated moto mirrors on it. My watch just hit it. I guess it signaled for round one. This, I believe it's a 4-inch tall stack on it. Looks good. These are actually brand new. We wanted to make sure that it looked good. This over here, we have 150 gallons worth of diesel fuel for you to haul around. We know that you don't want to stop anywhere. I get it. To top it off, as we head back up front, what's a W900 without some extra lights, right? We've got 355 gears inside. We've got really good BF Goodrich rubber at the end. AG 400 suspension on this. Now, I don't know if you guys have heard me talk about the suspension before. Oh, you have? Okay, well then we'll just leave it at that for right now. Nonetheless, it's W900. Through and through, front to back. It's just gonna be a great truck for someone. When you sit in this seat, it doesn't feel like a 20-year-old truck in many ways. Because I just became a part of this industry, 4 years ago or so, I've always known the latest iteration of the W900 interior. If you look in the bunk, it's the same. It is exactly the same, which to me is just amazing. It's just stood the test of time. That's just awesome. Now, looking forward, there are some differences. The steering wheel, it's a little bit different. When I look at the gauges, they're all very visible. They're all right here in front of me. They're all easily accessible. The one that's different is this has the perometer up on top for you to keep an eye on. But really, overall, it's familiar. It's going from this truck to the 2021. It's different, but it's very familiar. They obviously did something right with this. Now, really, to dive in to take a look at this truck, I mean, like I said, the dashboard and that's all very clean. There's nothing broken here. There's nothing, I mean, you could tell this was a pretty well taken care of truck, which is a really good thing if you're looking for a used W900. If you look in the back, I'll show you guys a little bit of the footage back there. it's clean. Once again, it shows that this is a well taken care of truck. This is obviously the VAT interior. Over here, we've got the door panels that got redone, and it's got W900L stitched into the door, which I think is a pretty cool touch, which Dave, our used truck manager, did. I really like that. But when you look at it, first impressions in here, especially if you're looking back there, this ain't much different. That's a good thing. When I was doing sales, a lot of guys would call me and be like, hey, want the sunroof in that truck. Can't get it anymore. This truck, it's got it. One of the things with these older trucks, and I know it's one of the things that you guys like, because there's no DEF system, you can put the same size fuel tank on both sides. This, 150 gallons over here also. Same thing with the stack, same thing with the polished step. I forgot to mention over there, we've got the fender over here too. Even got the step to get up to the deck plate up there. So I'll be honest, guys, I haven't had the chance to take this truck down the road. I've moved it around in the lot, which I know sounds just ridiculous, but nonetheless, that was enough to give me that little bit of a hint as to why some of you guys like these older trucks. It's obviously a beautiful truck. It's shown that it's stood up for the test of time. On top of that, it's just got a feel to it. The brand new truck has that brand new truck feel, I guess I would say. This, it's like a baseball glove. It's like that baseball glove that you've had for years, that you put it on and oil it up a little bit, you're ready to play ball. This is ready to play ball, folks. So this is just in-camera audio. I've actually got my, I'm not using this because something tells me you guys want to hear that as I pull away. Because of the fact I just kind of went over the W900 as it was, not going to spend a lot of time diving into this one, so to say, but I will give you some of the specs in case you're interested. 565 horsepower, it's a Cummins. Behind that, Eaton. Take a guess. You got it, 18 speed. The polished bits, the shiny bits. Out back, we've got 355 rears, AG 400 suspension. 72-inch flat top sleeper. It's W900. I don't really know what else to say about it. You guys know these. You guys love these. I love these. It's a good thing in a lot of ways that some things haven't changed in 20 years or even longer. I know I haven't changed in 20 years. So after 20 years, when you look at this, you can see why this is still the way it is. The W900 is just a great truck. I don't need to tell you guys that. I guess it just feels good to say. Thanks, Captain Obvious, right? Nonetheless, guys, if you're looking for a used one, we've got a used truck that's basically brand new. If you want a brand new one, well, we've got that too. Either way, give us a call on them. We'd be happy to help you out with them. As always, stay safe out there. Keep it rubber side down. I'll catch you guys on the flip side. You know, when I have two trucks like this, I get confused which one to say. I'm just going to stand here so you guys click away. Click, just go, go, go.